iPhone OS 4. Delivers over 1,500 new APIs. Developers can now access the calendar, the photo library. They have full access to still and video camera data. Quick look. They can put SMS inside their apps. We are releasing our automated testing tools, the same tools we use to test our apps, to our developers. And we're releasing a framework called Accelerate, which is in itself, actually, we don't count these APIs in the 1,500, over 2,000 APIs for hardware-accelerated math functions. In addition, there's over 100 new user features. And again, here's just a few of them. Users can now create playlists on their phone. We've added a 5x digital zoom in the camera app. You know how you can tap to focus when you're taking a still picture? You can now tap to focus on video. Every photo taken on the iPhone is geotagged, and we've added places in the photo app now so you can see where they were taken. You can change the home screen wallpaper. You can use Bluetooth keyboards. And we've added a spell checker, which is really nice. If you misspell a word, it'll underline it. You just tap it, and it'll give you what it thinks what you might have wanted to type. You can gift apps. So you can buy an app and gift it to somebody right from your phone. So again, these are just a few of the end-user features, over 100 of them. Now, of those, we're going to talk about 7 today. We call them tentpole features: multitasking, folders, dramatically enhanced mail client, iBooks, much deeper enterprise features, a preview of GameKit, and iAdd. Let's start off with the first one, multitasking. I can just double-click the home button, and the window raises up, and it shows me all the apps that are running. These are all the apps that are running, and I want to go back to Mail, and I go right back to where I left it. I want to go back to that web page. There I am, right back at the web page.
We're providing 7 multitasking services. The first one is background audio. With iPhone OS 4, Pandora can continue to play music in the background while you switch between apps. And you can even use these iPod controls on the lock screen to control Pandora. Our next service is Voice over IP. Now, when you're on Skype, you can switch to another app, and the phone call stays on, even when you're not running Skype in the foreground. When you lock the phone, you can still receive Skype calls. The next service we have is background location. With iPhone OS 4, you can be getting directions from TomTom in your car, listening to your music right from your iPhone, and it's still in the background giving you directions.
300 yards, turn right, then stay in the left lane.
There's another class of applications that also wants to use your location. These are social networking applications, like Looped. For that, we use cell towers. Our baseband is always connected to a cell tower. And if you've switched cell towers, we know you've moved location as well. So we're sitting there with this very low power, always listening to it, and we know you've moved locations. We can then wake up the application and tell it your new location, and it can tell all of your friends. Push notifications. Now, we've had these for about 9 months now. Here's how it works. A third party sets up a server. They send their notification to Apple's push notification server, and then we send it to the phone. Now, building on push notification, we're adding a new service, which is local notifications. Local notifications are just like push notifications, except you don't need a server. It can all be done right on the phone. So for instance, let's say you have a TV Guide application, and it wants to alert you, give you an alarm when your favorite television show is about to start. And it can do all of that with local notifications. Task completion. There are some apps that take a while to complete an operation, like Flickr. If you start uploading photos to Flickr, it takes a little while to do that. And until now, if you left the application while it was uploading the photos, it would stop. But with task completion, Flickr can continue to upload those photos in the background even after you've switched away from it or to another application. Our last service is fast app switching. Fast app switching is what allows an application, when you're running it, and switch away to store all of its state and move into a quiescent state in the background, so it's not using any CPU at all. So let's say you go from TapTap to Mail, and then when you go back to that game, or whatever the application is, it's instantly exactly where you left it. And these are our 7 services for multitasking.
So, our second tentpole, folders. As people are downloading more and more apps, they're having to flick from page to page to page to find them. They want to organize them. They want a better way to organize them and a better way to find them. And folders fit the bill. I want to make a folder with games in it. I just push my finger on an app, just like I do to move it. They start to jiggle, and I just drag one app on top of another, and it instantly makes a folder. So let me put a few more apps in. I can just drag apps in there, and you can see the icon actually changes as I drag apps in, right? So now I've got a folder with my games in it, and there they are. Now let's go to tentpole number 3. Tentpole number 3 is an enhanced mail. We've added a lot of great features to Mail, a lot of suggestions and requests from our users. The first, unified inbox, so that you can have multiple email accounts, let's say a Mobile Me one, a Yahoo one, an Exchange one, and all the incoming mail will be put into one inbox. And we've made it so you can have more than one Exchange account as well, which has been another big request. Now, if you want to focus on just one account, we've added fast inbox switching. So with just a few taps, you can move between one inbox or another if you just want to focus on one. In addition, we've added the ability to organize by thread, so you can follow email conversations and discussions much easier. And open attachments, the ability to get an attachment in email, tap on it, and open it with an app from the App Store. Let's go to number 4. For iPhone OS 4, we are adding iBooks. The same bookshelf that we rolled out in the iPad, and the same iBookstore online bookstore. That's what it looks like on the iPhone.
All right, so our 5th tentpole are some great features for enterprise. So now, in iPhone OS 4, we will encrypt all of your email, including all the attachments, with your PIN code, mobile device management, wireless app distribution, multiple Exchange accounts, Exchange Server 2010, SSL VPN. Our 6th tentpole is Game Center. So we are adding a social gaming network. This allows you to challenge your friends to games, where you can invite your friends, matchmake, compare yourself with leaderboards, and achievements.
Our 7th tentpole is called iAd. It's mobile advertising. We think this is going to be pretty exciting. Emotion plus interactivity. The ads keep you in your app, so you're much more likely to click on them and want to go explore them, because you can always get back with just a touch. They're built into iPhone OS. iAd is, the framework is, so it's really easy for developers to add iAd opportunities to their app. Apple will sell and host the ads, and the developer will get the majority of the revenue. We are releasing a developer preview today. We are releasing it to end users for iPhone and iPod Touch this summer, and that's for the iPhone 3GS and the iPod Touch 3rd generation, and they will run pretty much everything. And for iPhone 3G and iPod Touch 2nd generation, they will run many things. But there are some things they will not run because the hardware doesn't support them, like multitasking. So summer. And we're bringing iPhone OS 4 to the iPad this fall.